Surrender. Angela Merkel just caved to Trump, and it's glorious. Look at the way she's looking at him, though. You know, this picture is worth 1,000 words. President Trump simply can't stop winning. The brilliant thing about Trump is that most of his winning stems from his amazing ability to negotiate. He's now using the same business savvy that made him a successful billionaire to negotiate with world leaders in the best interests of America. In his latest victory, German Chancellor Angela Merkel caved to Trump's pressure and has significantly reduced her G20 climate plan. American strength, we love it, from Breitbart. Germany has massively weakened its climate action plan for next week's G20 summit in Hamburg in order to appease Donald Trump. According to a shocked report in the Green EU-linked propaganda outlet Climate Change News, this represents a disastrous cultural surrender which shows the degree to which the German presidency has bent to the will of the Trump White House. In public, Germany's Chancellor Angela Merkel has been talking tough on climate change, promising to put it at the forefront of the G20 summit and making none too subtle swipes at any world leaders out there who happen to dissent from her position. Without naming him, Merkel appeared to lament U.S. President Donald Trump's uncertainty about human-induced climate change, saying, "We can't and we won't wait until the last person on Earth is convinced of the scientific evidence for climate change." Behind the scenes, however, it would appear that Merkel's negotiating teams have been bending over backwards to tone down the climate action plan and avoid an embarrassing rejection by Donald Trump. This can be seen by comparing the two drafts, climate action plans for the summit, one from March and the revised one from May. According to Climate Change News, American negotiators have watered it down considerably. The U.S. massively weakened the language in the energy part of the action plan, one source with knowledge of the negotiations said. It pushed for references to so-called, quote, clean fossil fuels and made it less explicit that the energy transition has to be built on energy efficiency and renewables. It also provided cover to some other G20 members, such as the Saudis and Russia, to weaken some climate sections of the document, including the pledge to phase out fossil fuel subsidies. Here are some of the elements which have been removed from the original draft: a 2025 deadline for the end of fossil fuel subsidies, references to the risk of stranded assets, a call for the alignment of public expenditure and infrastructure planning with the goals of the Paris Agreement, a push for carbon pricing, a commitment to publish mid-century decarbonization blueprints by next year, a pledge to develop a profound climate plan for multilateral development banks, 7 references to the UN's 2018 review of nationally determined contributions, 11 references to the 2050 mid-century pathway for net zero emission, 16 mentions of infrastructure decarbonization. In other words, this represents the most massive victory for climate rationalism and energy realism, and a crushing and humiliating defeat for the global green blob. It's also a spectacular vindication of the Trump presidency. What I don't understand is here a pledge to develop a profound climate plan for multilateral development banks. What is that for? That they're doing without. This is probably because they were going to start charging everybody through the nose for this climate thing. I think they just should throw the damn thing out the window and forget about it, because this is just another drain on the citizens. That's all it is. That's basically what all this crap is all about. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And again, thank you for watching. But I just love Merkel's face here, the way she's looking lovingly at President Trump. Thanks for watching.